Welcome to A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host, Monique Robinson, where we highlight, celebrate, and recognize students from all over the country who are doing great things in the classroom, community, and athletics. Every student deserves an opportunity for hope and a future. So let's celebrate our students, the next generation of teachers, engineers, entrepreneurs, and future leaders. Join us on another incredible segment of A Better Chance for Youth show with your host, Monique Robinson.
You, who you are as a young lady. I'm going to give them every affirmation that they need to be proud of who they are and whose they are, and give them that so that when they do finish in our program, even though we're only going up to 8th grade, they know going into high school, I am that woman. I'm that great woman that's going to make a change in the world, and I was given the tools to do so. So that's what I look at, and that's what I strive for.
Wow. We have just flown by everything. My goodness. But I don't, hey, it is very necessary. It's some things that was said that need to be named, especially an elephant in the room. I've been saying for years, this prison and pipeline thing is serious. Y'all not paying attention. It is. I've been saying it even when I was an elementary teacher. And also, you also named how it's a lot of people because it's trending. A lot of people are, I want to be a mentor, or I want to start an HBCU club. I want to do this. And they're not paying attention to detail. Like, these are things we started because we're passionate about, and we have the education to back it.
That's right.
That's the gap. So if you are watching, not taking a shot at anybody, just speaking facts.
That's right.
Speaking facts. This is not something that Tennesha just woke up and said she wanted to do.
That's what I've been saying. This is 20 years. 20 years.
Right. It's a passion behind it. She's educated. Right. She's been a principal. She's been in the classroom. So it's not like, she said, hey, I want to do this. And that's one of the things that hurt me that I see on my end on the nonprofit side. It's like, okay, you just woke up and said, what school you go to? And then when I fact check, it's cricket. So that's why I get excited,
Right. It sounds good that you want to help the HBCUs, but do you really? Really? Or you just riding on the coattail? And I look at that too, because we talk a lot, but we don't put our money behind what we say. Those that have the funds and the money and the wherewithal to help HBCUs, they talk a good game, but they don't put their money where their mouth is. And you have one pretty much. If you don't have one in your state, you got one close by you. So you don't have any reason not to give to the United Negro College Fund, or that, to a HBCU. Take the money up to the college then. If you don't trust how things are being spent, then go up there then. Go up there and see what needs to be done and give that way. The students need help. If you don't want to give the money to the institution, then go up there and write a check and give it to the student. Buy some food, buy something. Right. The students are there and they need help. So, and we know what that's like, where in some days you might not have had food and stuff like that, but guess what? Back to that love again. We made sure each other, we took care of each other. That we, if I'm eating, you eating. You know what I'm saying? We all gonna eat. If we got to make Roman noodles by the potluck, that's what we're doing. So there's ways to help the HBCUs, just like there's ways to help Black and brown students in our communities. But a lot of us talk about it, but we don't have the infrastructure to keep it going either. We put these things in place, and then next year we don't see you. Like you said, crickets, So what did you do to really put things in place? And this is why, even in being a ordained minister, my thing is, I look at a lot of our churches the same way. We got to do more. We can't just say that we just giving them a scholarship and send them off to college. Next year, what about next year? They got 4 years of this to do. Where's the care packages that we're sending down there on a monthly basis? Those type of things. They got to thrive while they're down there, So we can't just send them off with a $50 to $500 scholarship for books and then we forget about them. This is still our community. We got to make sure they get across that stage. So in that, they might be academically strong, but if they're suffering while they're down there because they don't have enough food, or they don't have, clothing or bedding or supplies, women products, men products. If they don't have those things, where's our care packages that we're sending? We're collecting money every Sunday, so we ought to be able to put $100 or $200 to the side to send these students what they need. So that's the other thing about, us giving to our students so that they can thrive and don't have to feel like nobody's behind us when we get them there. So bragging on them getting accepted is one thing. Now let's brag on them graduating, because when I see students and they come back home, I'm like, what in the world? What are you doing here? I sent you to school. I've sent over 4,000 students to Black colleges. Wow. And I'm like, when I see one come back home, I'm like, what you doing? Why are you back home? Oh, well, like, what the world? We had a whole plan going on here. Okay, well, let's get your stuff back together and let's go back. Or what do we need to do to get you back on track? Obviously, you didn't have the tools that you needed when you went down there. We need to get you back on track so that you can get back in school and finish. We don't start something and don't finish it. And that's what I'm trying to put in girls when I start my school, because and see, what people don't understand is they're the life cycle. So if our girls are not prepared for the world, if our girls are not prepared to be mothers, if they're not prepared to feed into the community, guess what? There is no community without the Black woman.
That's true.
There is not one. So without that Black woman being prepared and being strong and knowing what she's standing up against, not just seeing clips on social media, knowing that day-to-day life as a Black woman, as a Black and brown woman, there's going to be all kinds of diversity. We have degrees and we still have to worry about the Crown Act.
Girl. And I wear my locks proud, but
but in a lot of instances, they can't even wear them in schools. You see stupid clips like female teachers cutting the locks off of students' hair. That's not your job. Your job is to educate, not worry about what my hair looks like. But we're sitting here in a generation in 2023 still worrying about the Crown Act. That's not safe for a young lady to have to worry about who she is and then come into an educational facility and wonder if my teacher likes me or not because my hue is different.
And you understand what I'm saying? I get in a lot of good trouble because of stuff like that. I mean, I'm just going to call it spade a spade. I used to be a unique person and my temper used to be extremely different. I'm grown. I've grown. I know how to channel my energy into stuff like education. I know how to go to politicians when necessary and say things that's needed to be said. I got actively involved in the community action committee purposely. That's part of the city council here, so that I can hear what's being said, so I can translate it to the parents, because like you named earlier, our parents are not prepared. So we get to the root, we help the parents, we can help the students, we get everybody on one accord. And that's what excites me about your school. And I'm like, Tennesha started this school, I will help her any way I can. And that's one thing that we lack as women entrepreneurs. And we too worried about somebody doing better than us that we don't want to help. And I'm, I know a lot of people from the outside looking in may think that that's the way I am. I truly am not, but I don't put my name on everything, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And people have to understand that everybody's calling is different. So however my calling was to serve, our community is different on how your platform is to serve. But if we don't tap into that, and it's just a lost calling, it's just a lost gift that was given to us, we can't give it to our children. Right. We can't show them to tap into their given talents and gifts to use for the world. So we have to understand that each one of our callings are different, and celebrate one another and help one another do that. And that's why I'm so thankful to you for reaching out to me when you saw that I'm starting the school, because we have to be able to help one another. Nobody can do it by themselves, and starting the school, and I'm going to tell you, sis, I literally cried, and I'm not a crier, I literally cried when the real estate company told me that I could not have the place that I wanted. I literally I said, Lord, I know this is my time to start the school. I know it is. And why is it that this man is telling me now in the contract that I have to have 6 months holding when they didn't tell me that in the beginning. I said, I'm not going to get the place, Lord. And I just cried. I just bawled out. And I was like, I don't never cry. I got to be in some serious pain to cry, but that really hurt me because I'm like, this is going to be another year I don't get to start. Mm-hmm. And then lo and behold, my best friend, one of my friends, she's the president of the NAACP in Carrollton, Dominique Conte. And I have to give that love to her because she saw the hurt in my eyes when I couldn't get the place. And she said, well, let me help you. I know a pastor and he has a church. And I'm like, well, I don't want to turn people away because of, the school being in the church, And she said, no, he has a separate building. And when I talked to him and he took me around the building, and it used to be a school, so I don't have to pay for anything. I was like, the Lord just set it up,
Right there.
Man, and he made it better than what I could have ever imagined. So it used to be a school that closed during COVID and they never reopened. And so with that, I was like, oh my God, I know you put that in place because just 2-3 days ago, I was sitting here bawling my eyes out because I couldn't get a building. And these are some of the things about trying to help children when we try to start our programs and things like that we don't have the resources, to go in and get a space, to get the money. I don't have a dime to my name, but I said, I'm going to have this school running. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have that.
You have to drive. You got to have that drive and wheel.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to work out because I know God is with me. And then God knows our motives and what we're doing and what we're trying to do for our people, for the culture. And so when you reached out to me, I was like, man, that's great. And then I had others, my sorority sisters, Sammy and Monroe, they just been backing me up and like, come on, we can do this. We got you on the supplies. We got you on this. So it's just been a journey. I've been speaking it into existence for the last 20 years. And I know God is with me that we're going to help these Black and brown girls and we're going to make them feel safe. We're going to make them feel loved. And we're going to put them in the Rites of Passage program and teach them the principles of being a woman, but also knowing what it is to be in the world as a Black and brown woman so that they are equipped and ready. So when God tells us to put on the full armor, we have to teach them how to put on the full armor first. Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I love it. Well, I know we didn't pause in our normal places, but time has went and gone. But I do want you. You're like, no, that's why they don't like me to have my friends on here. I think because I know he gonna watch the replay and be like, why he editing? He gonna probably be telling me off.
Like I told them to take a commercial break every.
I did. I had good intentions, but before we get out of here, all that part is gonna be cut out. So, but before we get out of here, I want you to directly tell us how we can support. Where can we go to donate to the school, Bell Academy? And I was like, oh, it's an acronym. I got excited.
Well, Bell Academy is an acronym. It stands for Beyond Excellence Ladies Leadership Academy, and Bella for short. And we are a micro school. We are private, nonprofit. So everything with us is through donations. And we have everything that we need for the young ladies, robotics, activities, all those type of things listed on our Amazon site. It is a registry under Amazon called Bell Academy, and it helps us to provide activities for the young ladies. We will be teaching hydroponics. They will learn how to grow food for the community and give it back to the community. But at the same time, they will be learning how to use their skills to start their own business. At the end of the program, by the time they're in 8th grade, every young lady will have their own LLC. And we're teaching them that based on the fact that if they choose not to go to college or anything like that, they will use the tools that we gave them on how to start a business to have their own business. So that's just as important as the education, being able to start their own. So we will have our Facebook page up this weekend. And then also, like I said, to donate, you do not have to send in cash. What we're asking is to go on the Amazon gift giving page, which is a registry on Amazon, and it's called Bell Academy. And everything we need to help the young ladies start their businesses, robotics, STEAM, art supplies, activities, sports. We will have a little soccer team for them. So all these things that will help them. Printers, we do need printers and paper and things like that. All that is listed on the Amazon site, and we would so appreciate your help, and we do need it, and it helps us so we can defer the cost for their parents, because we are private and nonprofit, so we'll be charging tuition, but we are trying our best not to charge too much so that the working woman, their mothers, will not have to incur a lot of costs to be at a private school for their daughters.
Awesome. Taught her.
Yes, Marvin Collins. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Whew. Humble beginnings. Her daughter, yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm such a stern teacher, because that was my education.
Yeah, and we appreciate her contribution to the culture and the curriculum that she uses. So yeah.
I still use a lot of that in my teaching philosophy. But I was like, oh, that's right, Chicago. They don't play about education there. So I would like to thank Tennesha for coming on today, telling us her story, letting us know how we can support. Also, Tennesha's in last week's newsletter, so check it out if you want to get in early, or maybe you might be a little late to the party, but she will probably be in the newsletter for a couple of weeks till we feel like you all have dug in your pockets and got on Amazon. You're shopping at Temu and Shein anyway, so might as well help these.
Right. Yeah. And this way they don't feel like they're just sending in money and it's not going to what they want. That is not going to it. This way you actually see that you're buying stuff for the school, and the money that's being used, your money is going directly to what you purchased for us, not us trying to spend it for you. So those things that's listed in the shop is what we need to run the school. And so we said this would be better than trying to ask for money and people be like, okay, we don't know if you're going to use it for the right purposes. Mm-hmm. That way this way it is.
Right. That way you can see it in action and see where it goes. And actually, you probably gave me an idea, because we do send out care packages. And I'm like, care packages are expensive. If I just go.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Especially, and especially when you got quite a few students that you send to school. So when you're sending out 10, 20 kids and you're buying them all the things that they need to, it only lasts for like a month. Tide detergent it by itself. So just get detergent for them to wash clothes. So yeah, we look at all those things, and if there's any way that we can help your organization as well, as far as making sure that our kids what they need at their respective college, so that they can be okay and don't have to feel like they have to beg anyone for it. We should be taking care of them. And so anyone that's listening, just make a care package. If you don't want to send money to the school, make a care package for a student and just drive it up to the college. It's okay. We'll take it. The students will take it.
They will. And most campuses have on campus, which I really like, because my friend, actually, she's like a mother to me, a second mother. At Central State, she runs the mental health component that they have, and they are really successful in. We had it when we was there at Wilberforce, but I don't think it was as strong as it is now. So where they are really impacting students' life, and I get excited when some of my students were like, "Hey, I went and stopped by the lady. She took me to lunch." I'm like, "I told y'all, better go get in good with these people."
That's right. That's right.
But that's what it's about, and now it makes sense to me, because I used to get mad at my mom. I'm like, "These are not your kids. Why are you bringing them?" That's right. Because
it's still a village. At the end of the day, it's still a village, and we still have to take care of one another. My dad, he couldn't give a lot, but he was the driver. But so every time somebody couldn't get back home towards Chicago, my dad put your stuff in the car, put your stuff in the van. That was his contribution. He get them kids back home. So every little bit helps. Everybody's blessing that they give to students is different. So if you're a parent and you got a student there, take a student home. Don't let them get on the Greyhound. We know it's a lot of things happening out here. Don't let them get, travel by themselves, So whatever way you can help those students progress so that they can get to the finish line, that's what we need to do.
Definitely. So see, y'all, I told y'all when family come on here, we just, we might have to make a part 2. So don't be surprised if you see Tennesha again, maybe not on our show, but maybe on HBCU Alumni House Party, because she is a Wilberforce alum. And, she's doing some amazing things out here, and we got to get the word out. So support, it's been real. I do know Alamo Fest is coming up in October. That is where Every Person Counts with Mr. Leon Fry, Grambling alum. He is on, actually, he was on last week. But please get out and support these events. All the events are going towards helping scholars. Yes, we like doing things, and you may be having fun in the moment, but most of our parties, when I say most, all of our parties are with a purpose. But the only thing different is when we have those educational things, because I keep stressing FAFSA is changing. When we put the link out to register for the FAFSA workshop, it's changing this year. It's going down to 35 questions. If you answer a question wrong, your application will be denied and kicked out. If you're not educated, come on. We got to get it together. So don't be so prideful. Even I still ask for help when I don't know. So thank you, Tennesha. I'm quite sure this is not the last time we're going to have her on. And definitely anything you need from us, we got you. Till next time.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you.
No problem.
For inspiration, motivation, and the good news of Jesus Christ, look no further. The Daily Gospel Network has what you need. With more than 300 ministries from all over the country broadcasting every week, you're sure to get your dose of spirit-filled encouragement from the great programs on the Daily Gospel Network. Catch the Daily Gospel Network on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, all mobile devices, and the internet.
Tune in to A Better Chance for Youth television show with host Monique Robinson on the Daily Gospel Network, the television show dedicated to highlighting incredible students on their quest to change the world. Join us every week as we uplift the youth and help them on their journey to the bright future they deserve. Catch A Better Chance for Youth television show with host Monique Robinson on the Daily Gospel Network. Thanks for watching A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host Monique Robinson, the television show where we highlight incredible students in their quest to change the world. Join us each and every week as we uplift our youth and help them on their journey to the bright future they deserve. So until next time, God bless. From your friends on A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host Monique Robinson.
Hello, my name is Monique Robinson, and I am a children's author. I also wear a lot of other many hats, but today I am going to talk about my books. Now, how the idea of writing came about, it was actually my nephews, Junior and Mark, have motivated me to want to write. I love literacy. I've been an educator for 23 years. And reading is very important to me. And when they told me they didn't like to read, who says that? So when my nephews told me they didn't like to read, what I did as their aunt is I created children's books that has African-American boys doing some unique, amazing things. And it has like a little twist in some of them because they also inspire historical facts in one. Now, recently, I am in the works of making another children's book that deals with Kwanzaa. So that one will be out during the holidays. So please, please, please check that one out or follow me and see when that one will get released. But right now I have this book here. It actually is all three of my books in one. So it has my first book, ABC Black History, where it goes through the alphabet of all the African-American inventions. And then I have my second book, a unique adventurous story about the magical cheese. And then my most recent one, which is everyday, it's Black history. You know, Black history can be something in history has happened every day. And all three of my books, just really, really love them. The pictures make you feel like you are in the adventure. But as a teacher to see scholars light up when they see things that represent them inside the book is also wonderful. Now, you can purchase my children's book on Amazon, or you can inbox me and I can probably give you a cheaper rate than Amazon. But they are on Amazon, they are on Lulu, they are on Barnes and Noble. But most important, when you read my book, you will see pictures that, I don't know if you can really see it, pictures where the characters actually look and resemble us. It represents us. I'm really excited about my upcoming book because growing up in my family, we actually celebrated both. My family celebrated Kwanzaa and we also celebrate Christmas. So this book that's coming out is going to tell that story from my nephew's point of view. And I can't give you all the details of the story yet because I'm so excited that we are venturing out and actually doing a holiday one this year. But I love to see our young people read. And I love it more importantly when they read and they see them reflecting in the pages. So my name is Monique Robinson. I have been an author for, I want to say, 6 years as a published author. Used to write all the time when I was in school, according to my mom. She tell me I used to have notebooks of just poems and things like that. So I wish I could find it because then I could probably share it with you guys. But I really do love the fact that there are a lot of African-American authors who are doing some amazing things that are reaching out, that are touching the lives of youngsters. I also would like to collaborate. I am a collaborating author, and I can't do anything but thank the Filmpreneur Project for pushing me in that aspect of my life to where I'm able to write down things that I may have experienced, and I'm able to also talk about it. But like I said, today I'm strictly here for the children's books, but I just wanted to inform you that, hey, get on Amazon, get on Lulu. This one is actually on for purchase on Lulu, but if you do not want to pay those extra fees and things, you can actually get it through me. Send me your info and I can send you an invoice, and you can get all 3 books in one book for the price of one. So pretty amazing. Now, the other thing that I would like to tell you is be on the lookout for our Christmas book. Also, be on the lookout for another journal. I can't say another journal. I'm excited about this journal because it is youth affirmations. Affirmations for young people. Because often we do things, but we forget about our young people. So we're going to have several things coming out as the holiday season is approaching. So look out for our Christmas book and also look out for our journal. Now, if you have any questions about the books, about meeting me, you can email me at mrobinson@abcyouthfuturesinc.com, or you can just follow me on Facebook and inbox me. You can follow me on actually any other social media sites and inbox me, and we will greatly assist you with your needs. Thank you. I'm Monique Robinson, and I appreciate you taking the time to learn about my books.
Thanks for watching A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host, Monique Robinson. The television show where we highlight incredible students in their quest to change the world. Join us each and every week as we uplift our youth and help them on their journey to the bright future they deserve. So until next time, God bless. From your friends on A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host, Monique Robinson.